2-year-old filly trotters revved up ready for race 1. They're off from the middle of the pack. That's the 3 Success filly, putting the nose out front to the inside second. That's RT Irene. Outside third is the 6 Another Chance. Inside fourth, that's the 5 Mis Amigas. Away fifth at the rail, that's the 1 Hill of a Diva. And PA Patricia will back off in sixth. As Another Chance and Andrew Naser will move around the outside and look to take that top spot early. That'll slide Success filly back to second as they reach the opening quarter in 31 2/5. 31 2/5 for the opening quarter. They'll head single file by the stands for the first time. Another Chance shows the way, racing second. That's Success filly. RT Irene trots third. Fourth is Mis Amigas. Racing fifth is Hill of a Diva. And PA Patricia is sixth. They are nicely bunched as they head into the turn over towards that halfway point. Another Chance on the engine. Racing second, that Success filly is there by the half in 103 2. 103 2/5 for the half. They'll head down the backside. It's Another Chance on top. Success filly still in second. RT Irene is third, followed by Mis Amigas in fourth. Hill of a Diva trots fifth, and sixth is PA Patricia. No movement just yet. Now Success filly starts to take a peek to the outside. Goes after the leader, Another Chance. They'll go side by side past that 3/4 marker in 134 2. 134 2, 31 second backside. As they move around the final turn. Another Chance fending off the challenge thus far. Success filly not going away on the outside. RT Irene still there in third to the inside. Is there at the top of the stretch coming home. Another Chance starts to stride out. Success filly trying to hang on for second. Here comes RT Irene up the inside. Mis Amigas still fourth as they head through the lane. Another Chance is going to hang on to win this one in 2:03 2/5. Two-year-old filly pacers lined up for race 2. They're off. That's the 2 Tell It Like This and the 5 Gentilly. Both heading out for the front. The 1 Grand Yankee will stay to the inside away third. Fourth, that's the 3 Shikari. Backing off fifth is the 4 Lil Keisha. They'll get everything sorted out halfway around the turn. It's Gentilly. Ronnie Wren showing the way, racing second. That's Tell It Like This. Third is Grand Yankee. Fourth, that's Shikari. And fifth is Lil Keisha as they'll head by that opening quarter marker in 31 3/5. 31 3 for the first quarter. Single file by the stands for the first time. It's Gentilly on top. Racing second is Tell It Like This. Third is Grand Yankee, followed by Shikari in fourth. Lil Keisha is fifth. As this field of 5 filly pacers head into the turn. Moving towards the halfway point. No movement yet in this one. Gentilly is on top by the half in 103 2. 103 2/5 for the half. 31 4 for that second panel. On to the backside now. It's Gentilly with the lead. Second, that's Tell It Like This. Racing third is Grand Yankee. Fourth is Shikari. And fifth is Lil Keisha. They're still in straight alignment as they move towards the 3/4 marker. Gentilly with the lead by 3/4 in 133 2, 30 seconds flat for that backside. 133 2 for 3/4. As now they'll start to get underway from second and third to the outside. Here comes Tell It Like This. As they're at the top of the stretch, they turn for home. Tell It Like This tries to go on by Gentilly. Gentilly hanging tough up the inside. Here comes from Shikari with some late speed. Coming home to the line. That's going to be the 2 Tell It Like This in 2:01 3/5. Race 3 filly trotters are lined up. They're off from the inside. It's the one, Hot for Her, heading out to an early lead. 3 wide for second, the 4, Blonde Maggie. Looks to take over that second spot. Inside third is the 2, I'd Rather Not Say. Fourth on the outside is the 5, Victoriana's Secret, and trailing the field is Mooter Tooter. Single file now. Around that first turn over towards the opening quarter mark. It's Hot for Her and the Tripmaster Eric Neal with the lead. Racing second, that's the 4, Blonde Maggie. As they're by the opening quarter in 32 and 3, 32 3/5 for that opening quarter. Single file by the stands for the first time. Hot for Her with the lead. Second now moving to the outside. Here comes Mike Wilder and Blonde Maggie to take that top spot away. Third is I'd Rather Not Say. Fourth, that's Victoriana's Secret, and Mooter Tooter trails the field as these 5 2-year-old filly trotters head into the turn. Over towards the halfway point, it's Blonde Maggie now on top. 104 and 3 for the half. 104 3/5 for the half. They'll make their way down the backside. Blonde Maggie now opens up by 2.5 over the 1, Hot for Her in second. Here comes I'd Rather Not Say to the outside, as does Victoriana's Secret. They'll go 3 wide. Getting a little rough gate, it is Hot for Her. Has to back off now. That gives way to Mooter Tooter, now taking over fourth, as they'll reach 3/4 in 134 and 3. 134 3/5 for 3/4. 32nd backside. Here comes Victoriana's Secret, making up ground quickly on the outside. Now will challenge the leader, Blonde Maggie. There at the top of the stretch, they will turn for home. Victoriana's Secret now takes the lead. Blonde Maggie back to second. Here comes I'd Rather Not Say. Mooter Tooter with some late speed, but through the lane, this one is all Victoriana's Secret. Time for the mile, 2:03 2/5. And ready for race 4. They're off the 4, Real Fast. Will head straight for the front. The 1, Oakwood May Win, away second. Third on the inside, that's the 3, Lottie Daw. Away fourth on the inside is the 5, Seaside Shuffle. Fifth to the outside is She Has Real Energy. And taking to the back early, that's the 2, Bling Hanover. Single file over to the opening quarter marker. Real Fast and Brad Burke takes the field there in 31 and 4, 31 and 4/5 for the opening quarter. By the stands for the first time. Top 2 scoot off just a bit. Now Lottie Daw will close that gap up in third. It's Real Fast on top. Racing second is Oakwood May Win. Third is Lottie Daw. Fourth is Seaside Shuffle. Racing fifth, that's the 6, She Has Real Energy. And Bling Hanover trails. They'll head past the halfway point in 102 and 4/5. 102 and 4 for the half. 31 seconds for that second panel, as they're now on to the backside. It's Real Fast, still with the lead. Oakwood May Win right there in second. Lottie Daw keeping touch in third, as is Seaside Shuffle in fourth. She Has Real Energy in fifth. They've gapped out 6th place Bling Hanover by about 5 lengths now, as they're by 3/4 in 132. 29 and 1 for the backside. Speed starting to pick up for Real Fast. Oakwood May Win ready to make a move in second, but here comes Seaside Shuffle, making up a lot of ground on the outside. Now to challenge for second is there at the top of the stretch, coming home. Real Fast has to get after it, because here comes stablemate Seaside Shuffle to the outside. She Has Real Energy with late pace as well. It's Seaside Shuffle taking over now. She Has Real Energy gets the win in 2:01 2/5. Two-year-old filly trotter there in behind the gate for the 5th. They're off. Strong start for the 2, Shoe Deal. And the 1, JL Serenity, gets away second on the inside. Third, That's the 3, A Mission for Lil. Away 4th is the 4, Sarah's Mission, and Aviana Hanover will take to the back early, as they are nicely spaced out there around the turn. Shoe Deal and Wilbur Yoder have that early top spot. Second is JL Serenity, as the field will tighten up a bit now. By the Geese on the outside of the track. Nice of the Geese to bring the family out for a visit today. 31 seconds for the opening quarter. 31 seconds for that opening quarter, as Shoe Deal leads this field by the stands. JL Serenity staying close in second. A little bit of a gap back to A Mission for Lil in third. Racing fourth, that's Sarah's Mission, and Aviana Hanover trails as they're into the turn now. Shoe Deal strong on the front for the Yoder stable by the half in 101. 101 for the half, 30 seconds flat for that second corner. They're on to the backside now. It's Shoe Deal with the lead. JL Serenity not going away in second. A Mission for Lil starting to close the gap a bit in third, as is Sarah's Mission in fourth, and Aviana Hanover in fifth. Field tightening up as they head towards three quarters. It's Shoe Deal still with the lead. No movement yet. JL Serenity content to sit second. Mission for Lil is third, as they're now by three quarters in 1:31 and 4. 1:31 4/5. 4 3/4, 30 and 4 for that backside. Now here comes Sarah's Mission from fourth up to third and looking for more. As this field has reached the top of the stretch, they're coming home. It's Shoe Deal with the lead. JL Serenity on the helmet in second, but now taking over second is Sarah's Mission. And coming on, Sarah's Mission on the outside. Shoe Deal inside. Sarah's Mission will get the win in 2:01 2/5. As the gate gingerly makes its way around the turn, the field for today's sixth race is lined up, ready to roll. They're off. To the inside, that's the 1, Miley's Mo Money, heading out to the early lead. And the outside away second, that's the 5, Harlem Hanover. Third between horses is the 4, Mr. Big Spender. To the inside fourth, that's the 2, High Range. Trailing the field is the 3, Rough and Rowdy. They'll be side by side for the lead here early. The 5, Harlem Hanover, and Ronnie Wren Jr., they want the front. They will take it away from the 1, Miley's Mo Money by that opening quarter in 31 and 2, 31 2/5 for that first quarter, as Harlem Hanover will lead this field by the stands for the first time. Now moving to the outside second, here comes Mr. Big Spender going right onto the front. That slides Harlem Hanover back to second. Miley's Mo Money, the early leader, now third. Fourth is the 2, High Range, and trotting in fifth, that's the 3, Rough and Rowdy, now single file by that halfway point. And 1:02 and 2, 1:02 2/5 for the half, 31 seconds for the second panel. Down the backside they go. It's Mike Wilder and Mr. Big Spender with the lead, gapping out to a 3-length lead now over Harlem Hanover in second. Third, that's Miley's Mo Money. Racing fourth is High Range. Rough and Rowdy is fifth. As the field moves towards three quarters, now Harlem Hanover trying to cut into that lead for Mr. Big Spender by three quarters. In 1:33 and 1, and Mr. Big Spender has gone off stride. Off stride goes the leader, and hands it over to Harlem Hanover. Miley's Mo Money ready to make a move to the outside, though, in second, is there at the top of the stretch coming home. Harlem Hanover has it. Miley's Mo Money wants it. Here comes High Range up the inside. Through the lane, Miley's Mo Money getting closer. Harlem Hanover still has it. Miley's Mo Money on the outside. Harlem Hanover close to the line. Looks like Harlem Hanover may have held on in 2:04. Race 7 Pacers lined up ready. They're off from the outside. That's the 6, Anzio, putting the nose in front. But from the middle of the pack, the 4, When Parade, and the 5, Our Farm. We'll go at it for the lead with Our Farm taking that top spot early. Away second is When Parade. Third on the outside, dropping in, that's the 6, Anzio. Fourth is the 1, Undercover Speed. Away fifth is the 3, Sumo Wrestler. Sixth is the 2, All Bets on Love. And settling for seventh is Generational Wealth. They round the turn. Past the first quarter in 31 2, 31 2/5 for the opening quarter. As Our Farm and Mike Wilder will tow this field by the stands for the first time. Racing second is When Parade. Third, that's Anzio. Fourth is Undercover Speed as they dive into the turn. Fifth is Sumo Wrestler. All Bets on Love follows in sixth. And Generational Wealth can see them all as they'll head over to the half. In 102 and 1. 102 1/5 for the half as they're on to the backside now after a 30 and 4 second quarter. It's Our Farm with the lead. But making a charge on the outside, here comes Sumo Wrestler and Chris Page. They'll now go side by side with the leader, Our Farm. Go right on by Sumo Wrestler with a burst of speed. Our Farm trying to keep up in second. Still third is When Parade as they're by 3/4 in 131 and 3. 131 3/5 for 3/4. As now in the 3 wide path, here comes All Bets on Love. They're all going at it here. Top of the stretch, they're coming home, and Sumo Wrestler tries to step on the gas. Up the inside, here comes Anzio with some late speed. Our Farm still trying to hang on to second, but through the lane, Sumo Wrestler is going to come home a winner in this one. Sumo Wrestler. Time for the mile. 2 minutes, 2/5. 28 and 4. Final quarter. Two-year-old trotters are lined up for race 8. They're off. Quick start for the 4, Glenlivet. And on the outside, the 5, Darlin' Boy. Inside, the 2, Creating Speed. Goes to a battle out for second as Glenlivet gets to that top spot early. Away fourth on the inside is the 1, Skyline Salty Girl. And the 3, Flexible Focus, will settle in fifth. They'll sort it out and go single file around that turn. Heading towards the opening quarter mark, this field is led by the 4, Glenlivet. By the first quarter in 32 seconds. 32 seconds for the opening quarter. Now to the outside, here comes Case Bateson in Creating Speed, and off stride goes the 4, Glenlivet. Glenlivet makes a quick break. Now catches back on and will rejoin at the rear. Creating Speed now the leader. Racing second, that's Darling Boy. Trotting third as they head into the turn is the 1, Skyline Salty Girl. Fourth is Flexible Focus, and in fifth is Glenlivet. They're by the half in 104 and 3. 104 and 3 for the half. 32 and 3 second panel. So they're on to the backside now. It's Creating Speed with the lead. Darlin' Boy right there on Case Bateson's helmet in the second. Skyline Salty Girl is third. Racing fourth is Flexible Focus, and fifth is Glenlivet. Field tightens up as they head towards 3/4. Creating Speed still has it, but here comes Darlin' Boy to the outside by 3/4 in 135 and 3. 135 and 3 for 3/4. 31 second backside. As the pace starts to pick up, it's Darlin' Boy with the nose in front on the outside, Creating Speed, hanging tough on the inside. They're at the top of the stretch coming home. Here comes Glenlivet up the inside now with a late charge. They'll go 3 wide for second as Skyline Salty Girl takes that spot away, but through the lane, Darlin' Boy is clear of the pack. Darlin' Boy comes home a winner in 2:05 2/5. Captain Crunch, Mitch York trains, Jeremy Endoff drives, and this field is ready to roll for race 9. They're off. Here comes the 2. What No Way. Brad Burke takes that opening top spot with ease. Away second is the 5 Western Raptor. Outside third is the 6 back 9 Bar. Away fourth on the outside is the 7 Captain Time. Fifth is the 3 Dayman. Away sixth is the 1 Lindy Dragonwater. And trailing the field is the 4 Field Trip. Field of 7 in straight alignment, but not for long. To the outside, here comes Western Raptor, looking to take the lead away by the first quarter in 29-4. Quickest first quarter of the day, 29 4/5 for these 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers, as Western Raptor now takes over the top spot from Mike Wilder. Back to second is What No Way. Third is back 9 Bar. Racing fourth is the 7 Captain Time. Fifth is Dayman. Sixth is Lindy Dragonwater, and Field Trip trails the field. Straight alignment by the half in 101. Backing it down a bit to a 30-1 second quarter. They're onto the backside now. 31-1 second quarter. Side by side for the lead. Here comes back 9 Bar to the outside. Western Raptor fends off the challenge. What No Way keeping up in third. And then a gap back to the rest of the field. Captain Time in fourth. Dayman is fifth. They're by 3 quarters in 129-4. Stepped up to a 28-4 backside round the final turn. Western Raptor. What No Way. Throwing haymakers at each other. Top of the stretch there coming home. What No Way now with the advantage. Western Raptor not going away though. Back 9 Bar still there in second, but What No Way gets the win. 157-2. They're off. That's the 4. He's Another Dream right out to the lead. And the outside, the 7, RT Painted Black, will get away second. Third to the inside is the 5 Nashville Vibes. Away fourth is the 6 Pelham Parkway. Fifth is the 8 Kelsey's Reason. As they round the turn, sixth is the 2 Honor and Royalty. Seventh is the 1 Aofi, and off stride at the back goes the 3 Fired by Tactical. They'll head by the opening quarter in 29-3, 29-3 for that first quarter, as He's Another Dream and Chris Shaw will lead the field by the stands for the first time. Racing second, that's RT Painted Black. Third is Nashville Vibes, followed by Pelham Parkway in fourth. Kelsey's Reason is fifth. Racing sixth is Honor and Royalty. Got back to Aofi in seventh. And backtrotting at the rear is Fired by Tactical. They're onto the backside now after a 1-minute half. 1 minute for the half as Nashville Vibes tips to the outside from third and goes after the leader. He's Another Dream. Still in third now is RT Painted Black. Fourth moving up is the 6 Pelham Parkway. To the outside now, here comes Kelsey's Reason. In fifth and sixth, Honor and Royalty. They're by 3 quarters, 128-3, 128-3 for 3 quarters. 28-3 for that backside as Nashville Vibes is opening up on this field. Battles on for second now. He's Another Dream still has it. Kelsey's Reason wants it there at the top of the stretch coming home. This one is all Nashville Vibes. Drawn away at the front, Kelsey's Reason going to take over second there, but coming home, it's Nashville Vibes in front. Time for the mile, 158-3. Field of 6 Pacers on gate for race 11. They're off. That's the 5 odds on Wendy going right out to the front EA Lucky Hill keep up in second. Outside third, that's the 7 Southport Beach. Away fourth is the 6 Tomas. Fifth is the 3 Veranda Blue Chip, and away 6 is the 1 Melville. Straight alignment around that first turn. Jeremy Endoff and Odds on Wendy will pace this field by the opening quarter marker in a quick 27-4. As Odds on Wendy now into the lane for the first time. EA Lucky Hill closing up that gap in second. Southport Beach is third. Racing fourth is Tomas. A couple lengths back to Veranda Blue Chip in fifth, and Melville is sixth. They head into the turn now towards the halfway point. 3-length lead for Odds on Wendy by the half in 56-3. 56-3 for the half as they're onto the backside now, and Odds on Wendy opening up even more. Second is still EA Lucky Hill. Southport Beach still paces third. Fourth is Tomas. Fifth is Veranda Blue Chip, and racing sixth is Melville. As EA Lucky Hill gets a little rough, and the 7 Southport Beach and the 6 Tomas will split them. They'll move up to second and third. EA Lucky Hill slides back to fourth as they were by 3/4 in 124-2. 124-2 for 3/4. They're at the top of the stretch now, coming home. Odds on Wendy has had it all her way at the front. Closing the gap now in second. Here comes Southport Beach and Tomas, but coming home, this one is all Odds on Wendy. Time for the mile, 153-2. Field of 6 trotters revved up ready for race 12. They're off from the middle of the pack. The 5 jogging to the bank. They'll go for that early lead. On the outside second is the 6 Red, White, and Goo. Inside third is the 4 Joy Go. Way fourth on the outside is the 7 Enzio. Fifth is the 2 De La Grande, and away sixth, that's the 1 Bartown. Single file around the first corner and head towards that opening quarter mark. It's jogging to the bank, and Chris Shaw on the engine by that opening quarter in 28-1. 28 1/5 for the first quarter. By the stands for the first time, it's jogging to the bank with the lead. Red, White, and Goo follows in second. Third is Joy Go. Enzio follows in fourth. Trotting fifth is De La Grande, and sixth is Bartown. As this field of 6 heads into the turn, over to the half. Jogging to the bank with the lead. Trip that timer in 59 seconds. 59 seconds for the half. 30-4 for the second quarter. Jogging to the bank now, starts to open up a bit down the backside. Red, White, and Goo will try and keep up in second. Third is Joy Go. It's Enzio in fourth, followed by De La Grande in fifth. And Bartown is sixth. No movement yet in this one, as this field is nose to tail. Heading to the 3/4 marker, jogging to the bank. Still getting it his way. 127-3 for 3/4. As jogging to the bank will put a bit of distance over Red, White, and Goo. Top of the stretch, they're coming home. Jogging to the bank has led it every step of the way. Red, White, and Goo now moves to the outside, looking to mount a late charge. Joy Go still in third, but coming home, it's going to be Red, White, and Goo. Gets it on the outside in 155-4.